no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories.
Live from your glade.
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories.
Yes. Oh. No, it's important to start off the show correct.
Why?
Because
when have we ever done that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if we have ever, but I think it's important for the audience to know, number one, we're here together as people. We're a united front, okay? You come at us, you come for all of us, right?
Sure.
And I'm talking about me, Kissel. You come for
Ed
Wendy.
Larson. Wendy.
You come for any one of these people, we're coming to you en masse, which is why I'm distinctly upset,
Yeah.
right?
What?
People coming for us, man.
With what? About what?
Fucking come for the king, you best not miss.
Well, I don't know. You're talking pretty broad.
I think that I might be going through a paranoid swing. And I believe that there are people coming for us because I think it's just because I get mad that nobody likes my music. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But I feel like it's important for us as men growing up on the internet, right? Because this is us growing up. Yeah, we might be dying.
I guess this is growing up.
I guess it is.
Sweet.
But that idea that it's okay for you not to like everything I like, right? I think I'm talking about TikTok because
sure.
I'm losing my mind, right? I'm losing
Why
my mind.
are you on TikTok?
I was not on. This is the thing. I wasn't on TikTok.
How'd you find it then?
I was next to Jackie, who was on TikTok. And the song that came out of the box was this song.
What if my queef was nothing more than a hug for my pussy?
I love that song.
I love that song.
I wish it was that song.
What if my queef was only a hug?
No, it's the song is I got my Gucci on.
That's so much worse.
I got my Louis Vuitton.
They're just abusing you and using you. Their products actually suck.
Nothing
Every single person that works at those stores tells you to just go to the buckle and just go to Kmart and buy the belt.
It is
those are scam companies.
Well, I want to unpack that, but that's true. But what is with these science-made songs that they put it? It's Chinese propaganda. I'm falling apart. Meghan Trainor is a fucking op, and I want her to be. I want investigation.
Meghan Trainor hasn't really been on the forefront of people's minds for 12 years.
Joe Biden.
He's an op?
He's paying for it. Hunter Biden's her personal nutritionist.
All right, welcome to Side Stories. What's on the laptop? So important, such crucial information on the laptop. It's pictures of him holding his penis.
Oh my God, it's Sudoku.
Isn't that nice? So can't do. Hello, Ben and Henry hanging out here. Hope everyone's doing well. I am doing good. This episode is brought to you by Ricola.
It's not, though.
Throat care.
I'm going to say that we have not received any money from Ricola. Ricola's an op.
Everything's an op.
No, it's because Kissel is under the weather, and it just seemed to be it's wet weather because he is wet from across from me, but it's not COVID.
No, it's not. We took our little test, and I didn't get my little pregnancy bar, so I'm not with COVID. Isn't that nice?
What a fucking relief. Now,
what a world we live in now.
You know what?
Do you remember when you used to just get sick, and you would just everyone would be like, you got something. And it's like then 10 years later, it finds out, well, this is why one of my testicles is bigger than the other. It turns out this whole time I had cancer.
Well, honestly,
but now they're like the hyper specific.
With the comfort, you can be comforted knowing they don't know what COVID it is either.
Great.
But we have an update for this. Well, we don't. It's more of an update that there is no update.
Oh, you're talking about this grisly shit right away?
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God. This story is so nasty.
We covered right before the Thanksgiving break. First of all, for y'all that stuck with us.
It was a week.
I know, but they get impatient. They get impatient. Look at them.
Okay.
Look down the pipe, right? And you just see one lonely man who's like, now I'm voting DeSantis.
Oh, fantastic.
I thought I had brothers out there. But this story is it's kind of frightening to me because
it's beyond frightening.
It's the beginning of a slasher movie.
So 4 students were stabbed to death. We covered this at the University of Idaho. They slept while they were sleeping in their bed. This is in a small town of Moscow, where apparently the cops have no fucking idea who did it. And the mystery continues to unravel, and it's been a series of weeks now. And I just feel like the further we get out, the more likely we don't find out who the hell did this.
Well, it's really the reason why we're kind of coming back to it is because
brutal.
At first it seems like kind of weirdly like there's got to be some kind of a concrete explanation here. Like I looked at this and I was like, boyfriend, some kind of
Just
ex-boyfriend.
something tangible.
Something tangible, robbery. Someone's coming to the house stealing, and they are all maybe involved in something they don't really understand. It's two 21-year-olds and two 20-year-olds. You know, how many times? I know that I was in college, we got into some crooked shit for a period of time, not really fully understanding that there's a lot of, like, there are guns present. And, you know, people are being, like, fucking dangerous around us.
Small town Midwest at this point, maybe something that would seem juvenile to us, like a weed deal or even a drug deal, whatever.
It's huge
but someone
there.
thinks it's a big deal.
Yes.
And they're like, I got to stand my ground. I got to stand up for myself. I got to kill these people. But it doesn't seem to be anyone that knew these people.
Well, I didn't know that there were two other roommates in the house. So, yes, they believe the murders happened between 3 and 4 a.m. They know for a fact that whoever killed them walked through an open sliding door in the back of the house because there was no forced entry. So they must have opened up something. There's no footage. They can't, I guess, or maybe they are maybe that's how they got, like, they cleared the two ex-boyfriends. And one of them was an ex-boyfriend that they cleared. They cleared the other two roommates that were in the house the night of the murder. And so someone came into the house using their thing is a K-bar hunting knife.
Oh my God,
I think it was a big ass knife.
Ugh.
And then he walked through the upstairs bedrooms and then stabbed them all to death silently without any sort of struggle, and then walked out. So, but they cleared the roommates, and there's no other it's a true mystery, and now all the kids are coming back from Thanksgiving break. And so unless it is the turkey trot murderer, who was in town for a marathon.
Sure.
Right? Then he goes and he's getting his blood up at night because he's like, I gotta kill, but I gotta run.
And I know for a fact they're saying if you are too scared to come back to campus, you don't have to. So you can get educated remotely. Although I like to be there in person. You learn a lot from your peers.
Honestly, it's so much more fun to skip class while out of town in college. You know what I mean? Don't go to school, but don't be at your parents' house.
Absolutely. This is, if I'm at this college, we got an investigation squad going. We're helping the cops. Yeah. Are we going to, like, do everything to improve their chances of finding this person?
No,
I don't know.
No.
But we're going to try our darndest. Also, you mentioned the sliding doors. This was a deleted scene from the fantastic Gwyneth Paltrow film, Sliding Doors.
I knew that I'd say the words because that's one of 5 films we referenced.
Absolutely. So Bethany Funk or Funky and Dylan Mortensen, they were both spared, and they were interestingly on the ground floor. So the dude walked past them, went up the stairs. Oh,
like,
my God.
They have and again, that's why it's like you see these pictures and it's of these like sunshiny college students.
Yeah,
and then
dude.
they have like, because especially in the New York Post, they're so classy. And they have like the picture of all of them with red circles around them, being like, dead, 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 dead. But it looks like a picture from fucking like the BTS of like Halloween Ends. Like it looks like an insert from a slasher horror movie. So, and they all died that way. They were brutally stabbed to death.
Yes.
Each one was stabbed over like 10 times. Like they were hacked up. And now you have all these kids going like, great. Now it's time for trigonometry.
Good luck learning in a setting like this. It really is like the film Scream.
You know what is better? Sex.
I don't know about all of that.
Because everyone's like, maybe Brian, this is the last night we'll ever be alive. It's like, yeah, Becky, I guess you better not use a condom because you could die tomorrow.
Right,
and then all of a sudden now she's all full of child, right? They're trying to go to the abortion center. Meanwhile, like everybody's like out there giving free popcorn, trying to inspire people to get abortions. And then they're outside the abortion center. They're like, they wanted too much.
Sure. Well, I think that's kind of the storyline with Cotton Weary from Scream. But did you see this image from that New York Post article? How violent this was. You can see blood oozing from the house. Yeah, like it's a Sam Raimi film. So whatever this is, obviously it doesn't, anytime something like this happens, regardless of, the age or who was killed, but there's something about people in their early 20s at a fraternity, just trying to, they're beginning their lives.
They are.
And to have it cut short in such a brutal, aggressive manner, and then to not have somebody fairly quickly in custody.
Well, that was the thing. That's
like to me,
because I thought it was going to be really cut and dry.
Yeah, because it seems like a person that would do this would just also run around butt ass naked like Will Ferrell in Old School, be like, I killed a bunch of people. But it's not. It seems like it was more calculated.
That's the thing, is that it shows like it was. That's why there's some of the rumors that I'm seeing circulating are like contract hit. Like these kids were whacked, and it's like,
why?
I don't know.
It's Idaho.
Because again, they were like they had quote unquote money, but they had Idaho money.
Yeah,
you know
it
what I mean?
doesn't-
This isn't like
They didn't
they're
have
not
any money
being
anyway.
crazy
Their parents
money.
do.
Yeah, the parents have money.
They're 20 years old.
And it's difficult. You have an idea how hard it is to get a ransom? Most of the time, these fucking parents, they're going to be like, we'll make another. They don't care.
I don't know.
These parents
Well,
don't fucking give a shit.
the father of one of the 4 victims says that the stabbing of his daughter, she had large puncture wounds from a brutal weapon. And cops are even saying, like, the cops said, this is what they told ABC. They said, this is what the father told ABC. They said, the detective said this weapon is probably something the killer paid money for and something that they're proud of. So it's like the weapon.
It's a huge knife. It's like, basically
How many of
what they're
those are
saying-
sold every day?
I don't know. I mean, it's
In
Idaho.
Idaho.
I don't know because it's a K-bar knife. Let me look at how much because I believe that means it's an extremely expensive knife.
He also vented that, quote, the killer is having a great life out there and we're just in
dude.
shambles. I
Well,
can't
it's like
even
$180 $180 knife I'm seeing here. But then, in Idaho money, that's like 2,500 corn cobs.
That's
a lot of.
Well, that's Iowa.
That's two cases
Iowa.
of. That's like 6 cases of Natty Light.
Idaho's potato country. Potato country.
I thought I heard, maybe I'm fucking wrong, sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com, because I have said this about potatoes. I really want to say I've received, because you guys get upset about really specific things.
Mm-hmm.
People be like, in Idaho, it's not just potatoes. And a lot of times it turns out it's just corn or like sour gum.
Yeah,
one of those things where you're like, great. And then it also turns out co-ed murders. Great work, Idaho.
I absolutely hate it.
Have you seen this picture of another update of Alec Murdaugh? Have you seen this
I've
picture
seen a
of
few
him?
pictures of
the
him.
newest picture of him?
Well, he went bald.
He is looking a little kingpin-y.
Well,
so this is a bit of an update. Again, the Murdaugh family murders. We've been talking about this. There's podcasts now fully, they didn't step on us.
he's getting a podcast treatment.
He is. He's all over the place. People have been covering this. He is now saying, I've got an alibi.
Oh, interesting. Is that
Yep.
the name of a cat that he bought?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I believe
Fantastic.
it's either a cat. It might be his cat.
I got an alibi.
Because
This is my cat alibi.
that's actually a really good idea. Or it's also kind of good because he had horses. You name a horse alibi.
Boom.
And then out there, I was like, I was out fucking alibi. That's why I couldn't have been killing my wife or my daughter. I was having sex.
How is this a crime?
Now, is this a crime? I bought that horse. I have the receipt. Now, what he says here, the defense attorney says the pair were alive when he left the property shortly after 9 p.m. to drive to his mother's home. You're saying this. Murdaugh's 81-year-old father, he had been ill. I think that he had bitchitis.
He might have. The
and he
whole
was in a-
family was really just a bunch of elites and a bunch of real South Carolina scumbags who thought that they were better than everybody else.
South Carolina rich people are a funny group of people.
They are. They really like to flaunt it.
And now on his drive, he said, but that's what he said. He said, but my alibi is that I called my other son. I called my brother.
You just called
my
people.
sister-in-law. Oh, yeah, man.
I can call you when I'm in the toilet.
No,
I can
no,
call
no,
you when
no, no.
I could call you if
I
I'm
did-
committing a murder. I could just call you, put it on mute.
But it's also kind of funny because then it's also, and then an attorney, and then a friend, and then another friend. So he
It
says he
actually
literally
seems like
called-
his alibi is him desperately trying to create an alibi.
No way. It sounds
Then
like
I went to
he's just-
Arby's. Then I went to Hardee's. I had 3 burgers at Wendy's.
Because it's him running around trying to do this, being like, you don't know what time it is, like yelling at people, being like, time's a fallacy. You don't even know where I am. Like it does work. But he apparently called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on his way out of there.
I don't call
As to
7
say-
people a month.
If I'm calling 7 people, somebody's dead.
I have
Like,
committed a crime.
But yes, I've committed the crime.
I need to just speak with you for a second. I need you to remain calm.
Listen, or I need you. That's how you know. That's how you know the calls.
Number one.
Number one.
Dad?
This has got nothing to do with you yet.
Remember when you told me to call you if I was in trouble, Dad? Remember
mean,
that, Dad?
That's the thing, is that now that I have my father who is in sort of getting to more and more into dementia, that excuse is not working anymore. I can't be
No.
like, thought you said I could call you. And just being like, this is, yeah, sure. For what? Be like, fuck.
Yeah, we're
Damn it, Daddy.
totally screwed. So this trial, we'll see what happens, and we'll see what his defense is going to whip up. It's going to be fascinating because,
I
of course,
can't
he's got a
wait.
bunch of money, and
Look at
he is
his
not going to do
fucking
well in
face.
prison if he does go.
He looks like Skeletor.
He
What
really
has
is.
happened to his face? He's like, I mean, I know prison's hard.
It is very difficult. I don't like it one bit.
You got to work out
there.
in there, man. That's the other thing is you got to work out in there. I was actually watching this really interesting interview with all of the people that were on was the interview documentary style, like kind of investigative journalist piece. I forget what it was called. It was about the Indiana State Prison. It was about the death row there.
Oh, yeah.
And it is
a lot of those.
And when they go through the death row scenario, like in those cells, like they have 1 hour recess. They're allowed to go out and come back in. But those cells are way more like little apartments.
They are. Yeah. They got little TVs in there, and then they were in there for like 18 years.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very bizarre because the warden would be like, I can't say they're my friends, but I've gotten to know quite a few of them.
That's what the warden says. He's like,
Yeah.
I thought, but he also got he has that whole evangelical stripe where
It's
he's
weird.
like, I know that I'm tasked with this burden. I'm tasked with the burden of ending these men's lives for the state, but I know that is on the law of God. And it's like, no, it's not actually.
Well, he's just
Indiana made
following
that up.
orders.
Yeah, he's doing the thing. But that's what he said. He's just like, it's not about you got to create a bridge. You got to understand a man before, because when it comes down to it, this one dude who would he had completely bald except for like 2 dreadlocks sticking out of the sides of his head.
Cool guy.
And he turned a bunch of people into jigsaw puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, he's just like, me and the warden got an understanding. And the guy's just like, it's important because what comes down to it is like, not only am I an important man in your life now, Mr. Scissors, but you are also important to me.
Well,
Because
that's
I remember each one I put to death, and they yell, and I know the only sometimes they keep, I hear their cries at night, and the only thing that keeps them out of my mind is this prayers of sweet Lord. And you're just like, you're the warden of a prison.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's got to be a very difficult job. Not quite as difficult as being one of the prisoners. But yeah, if you are on death row, minus the fact that you know for a fact you will die at some point, it's not that uncozy.
No, they set it up because again, you are under observation 24/7.
And you're in a wing away from Gen Pop. And then so it's like, it's very bizarre because 18 years is a long time. And that's the average they sit there.
And they give, and in Indiana, they give them all cats.
That is nice.
They have to apply for the cat.
And then you get to train the cat, but then they take the cat away.
Well, or then one of the guys, they actually made him keep the cat in the cell. They went to another place, the other section of the prison, where they kept them all under lock and key for 24/7, because if they have incidents, they just lock all the fucking various sections of the jail down. And
well, that's why the prisoners are very upset with that. What was it? Richard Sweat, Matthew Sweat, whatever, those 2 jackasses who escaped upstate New York.
Oh, yeah, it ruins
that
their
prison on
days.
lockdown. That was on lockdown for like a month. And they were quite mad about that.
When they're not allowed to leave.
Yes.
This guy's about to go to jail. This is a guy named Jorg Arnu. Now he started a website that's called dreamlandresort.com, and the FBI has raided his home. Now there's a lot of UFO kind of conspiracy theory kind of around this.
What is this Dreamland?
So Dreamland is one of the names that Area 51 has, right? They used to call it Dreamland S4, which I think is
S4 is like, okay, that's cool. That sounds like military fatigues are needed to enter. But Dreamland just sounds like you're about to be met by Michael Jackson dressed as Freddy Krueger, but instead of a claw hand, he just has a series of very disgusting things that can penetrate you.
You talking about dildos?
Yes.
You know what I think? I actually weirdly do think that if you did go to S4, like you'd see Michael Jackson and he's still alive.
Oh.
He'd be like, he's the only way I can escape allegations.
Isn't that nice?
I'm the allegations against me. I'm the king of pop. Come on.
He was the king of pop, and probably still is.
Absolutely.
To be
On
fair.
S4, and they all loving it. And eventually, they're like, okay, can we stop with a boom, 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 boom? But
That's a great way to wake up.
So the way what Jorg Arnu was doing was that with Dreamland Resort is that he was doing an amateur surveillance project of Area 51, where he was taking pictures of the planes coming in and out. He was taking pictures of whatever he could get, and he would get them from sources. And he said that they were all legally obtained. He said that all of these pictures were taken from a distance, and it's mostly seeing radar units and seeing. And then he
if
also
it's up in the sky, man, and I
It's
can
up there.
see it. I'm taking a picture. You should be allowed to have that picture.
that's Thor's sky.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We're allowed to have that.
God of Thunder.
But Area 51 obviously is a very high-tech, high-security place because one thing that they have going on there. Now, if you do believe any of the UFO conspiracy drama, if you're in any way connected to that soap opera, you will know that if aliens are anywhere, they ain't there no more. Because so many of us have showed up outside of Area 51 being like, They're just right there.
Or did they bring them back?
I don't know.
We just don't know.
But it seems that he got a picture of something that he shouldn't have. And that's why the FBI is freaking out. Now, it's more like, what's that picture? Now, if you go to the
We'll see it in Ukraine in a minute, so we'll probably get a bunch of pictures.
Oh, yeah, we'll be breaking it out. There's a picture on the drive of what this object might have been. They kind of guess what they think it is. And basically, you'd see inside of a little hangar, a thing that just looks like a black triangle like they do everything else. But it's like, you know how the stealth bomber's got that wide wing? It's something that's really narrow. And they're apparently about to release a new plane. They're about to do the big debut.
Big reveal.
Like J-Law.
Ooh, it's like a gender reveal. Is it going to be a boy plane or a girl plane?
Whatever it is, it's going to kill our fucking enemies.
Oh, that'll be fun. And probably us at some point. Maybe they can make the explosion blue or pink.
Whatever it is,
Oh, my
just blow me the
God.
fuck up.
Okay.
Just come for me, government. Come
Did you
for
see
me, dude.
I watched a great YouTube clip. It was about 5 minutes long about space junk. And there's a lot of people thinking that there's some big old black, it's large, it's a big old piece of space junk.
What?
But then they think that it's monitoring us and making sure that we don't mess up too bad.
Just cutting through the gauze that is your mind.
Uh-huh.
Just trying to figure out what's the core of the objective truth, like what the memory is.
YouTube 5-minute video.
I mean, yes, it is the Black Knight object, which you want to do a whole thing on. There is because it's hovering, and you don't know why.
What's it up to?
It's up there.
They
It's
call
just
it
hanging
space
out.
junk.
It's space junk, but I
Don't
also
look
feel
junk
like,
to me.
why aren't we sending nuclear waste to space?
I don't know, man. Maybe we do. We probably
Shouldn't
do.
we?
To be honest, we probably do.
It comes, well, yeah, but shoot it out further.
Yeah, get rid of it. Like
Get
that
out
car
of
that
it. Get it
Elon
out.
Musk had.
No, shoot
It
it to the
circles
moon.
back. But then who knows? Then who gets it? And then if you get the nuclear waste, then
Shoot
you
it
get to
to
be
the
Joe
moon.
Dirt. Remember Joe Dirt?
Side stories, lpotl@gmail.com. Why ain't we shooting nuclear waste to the moon? You tell me, government.
Absolutely.
But the FBI is rated. So now obviously all these UFO conspiracy theorists are all like freaking out. Everyone's saying
found
like
too much.
But it really just seems that he blew the debut of a new plane. But because that's kind of what S4 is now used for, is all of the most top secret high tech planes and shit.
Right. And of course,
but honestly, tell me, just get me one that's got a bigger toilet. Even I got a problem with the toilet. I don't even know how you deal with an
on
airplane
the planes,
toilet.
you got to
I get in
sit.
there.
You got to sit no
I
matter
always
what.
sit. I don't.
Although, the first time I ever went on a plane,
I never stand.
there was a flight attendant and she was great. And she said, you can just piss in the sink. Isn't that funny? And I was like, no, I just sit. But she's like, you can just piss in the sink. And I was like, I'm not going to piss in the sink because I don't want to do that because,
she's
that's
trying to suck your dick.
I don't know.
That kind of sounds like she's dirty.
She sounds like she likes to have fun.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, go piss in the sink. That's what the
My
flight
name is
attendant.
Sink. My name is Flight Attendant Sink.
No one has once ever suggested how I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, because you're not it's the dick level for me. It is the size of a urinal. It's the exact height of a urinal, the airplane sink.
So
and she
you're-
literally was just like, you can just piss in the sink.
this is kind of magical thinking where you're starting to turn everything into a urinal.
Why not?
I mean, if you
Why
can piss
not?
in it, if the piss holds.
Absolutely. You should see what I do with those animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese. All right. Well, speaking of cheese.
Have you been going to Chuck E. Cheese a lot?
No. Do you know what? You actually have to be, which I think is great. I'm sorry. I put too many of these in.
Brought to you by Ricola. And the thing about what's so perfect about lozenges in the middle of a talking situation, a professional talking
I
situation,
just didn't realize how strong they are, man.
is that they roll around. Because the thing is that you need the whole mouth to talk. Like, yeah, I saw you kind of kept tucking it back. I saw you
Right.
use your tongue to sort of like tuck it back behind the teeth. But that's not, it doesn't help.
It's not. No, it's not. I'm going to wash it down with some rock stuff.
Yeah, it is absolutely foul what you're doing right now. You are chewing
Hi, buddy.
Ricolas like they are sugar cubes.
I know, I
and
hate
you are
it.
chasing it with Rockstar Energy Drink.
I wish I had COVID, and then I could have gone. But no. All right.
Rise from your grave.
Well, speaking of cheese, and really a serious story, did you see this one? A Florida woman is suing Velveeta Craft and Cheese. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
She's suing Velveeta Shells and Cheese because on the package,
How much money?
well, I'll tell you. On the package, it says it's going to cook in 3.5 minutes.
But we all know it doesn't.
It could. I think it does, to be honest with you.
Well, you got to do it at a higher heat.
She's a Florida gal. And she says, you know what? I fucking didn't get my goddamn Velveeta Shells and Cheese done in 3.5 minutes. It took me 4 minutes and 15 seconds. That's 45 seconds where I couldn't go pleasure people on OnlyFans by showing them my toes. That's losing money. And maybe she lost $5 million, which is what she's suing in federal court for, when it comes to the makers of Velveeta, but they can afford it. And I say, you know what? If this woman is strong enough to have the burden to finally stand up to big cheese, Velveeta shells and cheese, I'm kind of in her corner.
I don't see that she's not really worried about, like, it's not that she's missing money. She says she's doing it for us.
She's doing it for us because she says she calls it, quotes, she called it, quote, a deceptive side dish.
It is. So per the lawsuit, first, consumers must remove lid and cheese sauce pouch. Next, they must add water to fill line in cup, then stir. Third, microwave, uncovered, on high, 3.5 minutes. Do not drain. Finally, they should stir in contents of cheese sauce pouch. Defendant that notes, cheese sauce will thicken upon standing. But what she's trying to say here is that, so you say 3.5 minutes.
Right.
That's just the microwave time.
She's
It's
taking
not the pulling the gun out of your mouth and wiping it clean so that your daughter can use it. It's not then you have to go and turn off all the radios that you've turned on in your house to try to figure out if they've got the truth inside of them. Right?
Absolutely,
that takes
course.
11 minutes.
Oh, it's a long time to get to know the truth. But I believe what we're talking about here is the macro, where employers, not us necessarily.
No.
You got to pay for the drive time. Some of these employees, they drive 2 hours. For work, and they get paid, and they can't even afford the gas. You got to pay for the drive time. Also, flight attendants, people who are sky waiters and waitresses.
They don't fly it. They don't get paid until they're in the air.
Until they're in the air. So
but
this
that's
woman
a foul.
is
They should not.
actually,
That sucks.
That sucks. It's bullshit because you'll be on the tarmac for 5 hours with them, and you'll be like, why are they grumpy? Because they're sitting there just like you are. So this woman, it's bigger than shells and cheese.
This is why
This is about
she's saying
paying
she's
for
doing
people's time.
She's doing it for us, right?
This woman's a hero.
We'll find out how else this shakes out. So she says that the defendant company violated Florida, Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act, Consumer Fraud Act, and false advertising laws.
Boom.
Now, this is the attorney for the plaintiffs in the mac and cheese lawsuit. This is a statement. I've gotten a lot of flack about this case. But deceptive advertising is deceptive advertising.
No matter what.
Here, Kraft charges extra for a desirable feature, saving time. But the marketing is false. It takes far longer for the product to be ready than as advertised. Deceptive, adverting, plain and simple. There are a lot of people that may feel that this is just a little fibbing, not really a case. And I get that. We shouldn't have said that. But we are striving for something better, all right? We want corporate America to be straightforward and truthful in advertising their products. My firm also represents clients in what should say are more compelling cases, arsenic and baby food, etc.
Sure, and that's not good.
But we don't feel corporations should get a pass for any deceptive advertising. Because again, you're not even adding the years it takes to get up to 550 pounds.
No, you're not.
That's years that you should be paid
Really, the
for.
most deceptive part of the advertising is calling whatever that liquid orange thing is cheese.
That's
it's
big
not
thing.
cheese. It is a science gush. It's science semen.
It is. But I do believe it has an asterisk on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They got it with the asterisks.
I think there is a molecular level cheese happening.
Well,
that like on some level it is genetically as cheese.
Perhaps it is, and whatever it wants to be, it can. There's also been some recent lawsuits filed against King's Hawaiian, Texas Hot Sauce, and Barilla Pasta, alleging that their products have mislabeled or misrepresented the origin of their respected food.
Yes,
because apparently the Hawaiian bread from King's Hawaiian isn't from Hawaii. Texas Hot Sauce, probably from, I don't even know.
God knows.
Idaho or something.
Yeah, I know, some bullshit.
And then Barilla, it's not even from Italy.
You know what? I'm really oscillating here because I get it. Because it comes down to, yes, this is the purpose of our laws. Why do we have laws? If we're going to flaunt them,
we're a nation of laws.
We're a nation of laws. And like, even though I do believe that human beings are an ungovernable flame, right? That again, because fire is neutral, as are we, right?
Sure.
And are laws a human construct? Absolutely. Do we not necessarily, if you do believe you stand for something higher, do you feel that you need to be held to some of these laws? Absolutely not. I am in that class, right? But when it comes to fucking my time, fuck you, Kraft.
Absolutely.
How fucking dare you?
Amanda Ramirez
my
is the gal.
Time?
It's precious. Amanda Ramirez is the gal who filed the lawsuit, and she did it just days before Thanksgiving, because what do you do on Thanksgiving? You cook a lot of food. You're in a time crunch. You got a bunch of kids coming over that you hate.
Kids are like, yeah.
And so I think she makes a valid point, and these minutes add up. And they add up to $5 million.
What I love is underneath this article is a bunch of spam articles, and all of them are Chrissy Metz shows off massive weight loss. That's the one woman from the This Is We. And then Chaz Bono's skinny now.
He's dead.
Also,
no, not Chaz. That's Sonny.
Chaz Bono. Yeah, Sonny's dead.
Yeah.
Killed by a tree.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy skinny now.
Is that what the ad says?
That's they're all saying. Look at her body.
Well,
now.
I don't
They're all
care.
Like, look at her fucking body.
I hope everybody is healthy.
Why are you doing this?
But now this is what I will say when it comes to the comments. These commenters, they're digging their own grave.
Must be a slow day at the firm.
Red Scarab. He says, I bet her mom was the lady who sued McDonald's when she spilled hot coffee on her while driving. But
we know for
if
a
you
fact,
know that story,
we know the story.
She burned her entire pussy off.
Hey.
She burned her entire body with third-degree burns.
No, she did.
Coffee did not have to be that hot, so that woman, also not in the wrong. McDonald's is fine.
But don't worry, Reaganite88 says, you go, girl.
There you go. I love Reaganite88. This is great.
I love just the picture of Ronald Reagan going.
Just a lot of
you
people.
You go, girl.
Just a lot of people criticizing this woman, but they don't understand that she's doing this for us. And I'll tell you one thing. Doesn't make a difference to me.
I feel nothing.
So I'm fine with her. Give her fucking money, man. People are struggling.
Man, fucking that's cheese money, man. Guess what? With Kraft, you know what's going on? Let's be straight here, right? Cheese, that's a font. Cheese is fucking, they're pulling that up from the ground. It don't even fucking matter, dude. They're going to print money next week. They're going to lose $5 million giving it back to the American people. But then the next day, they're just going to come right back around because we need it, don't we? We all love our fucking, like, little goops. I love Velveeta cheese. I love it.
I do
actively
too.
Like it.
You know what's just so funny is people really take these comments more seriously than like a lot of them, far more serious topics.
So because it seems like this is a topic that I can wrap my brain around.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of things that you say like, hey, Henry, what about this? Ukraine. I go,
Also,
oh, no, I don't want to be there. That's my main opinion.
This shit was written by Big Velveeta. Magic Demure says, anyone who has an ounce of common sense would know ready in 3.5 minutes is referring to the microwave only.
That's an op. Cheese
no
op.
false advertising.
Cheese ops everywhere you go. You go fucking, that's the whole thing about the comment sections, man. It's all fucking CIA. That is the cheese intelligence agency.
Absolutely. So Reagan 88 with the You Go Girl. You're the only one that was right.
The only one who's ever been right.
Wow.
You know who wasn't right, though?
Who?
This woman. Now, we covered this story, and this is an update, and I actually kind of want to do a little bit of a trigger warning to our audience because love's hard. And
I heard it hurts.
It hurts, right? And you never know anybody. And I just, I don't want to make anybody get sad thinking about the state of their relationship because just so you know, when it comes down to it, this person should make you feel a little bit better because it could show you that no matter what, it always is. It's always like this.
It could be worse.
Medivone Rocha Moraes. She married a ragdoll man. Do you remember this last year? It was a couple months. Honestly, it was like early this year. Some people say she did it for the attention.
Maybe she did.
But she said that, and then she said she had his ragdoll baby.
Mm-hmm.
You can see pictures of it online. But apparently, they're headed for a divorce.
Yes, I know. This is actually old news. This is 3 weeks news.
Well, we were away.
I know.
We were away. So apparently he cheated on her. And these men are dogs. Men are fucking dogs.
Rag dogs.
Man. There's a 37-year-old young, right? She's 37-year-old young, right?
Well,
right. She was there. She went, like, this is the problem, right? You got these pictures right here of her. They all have scarecrow hats on.
they were having a great time at the park.
She was eating her fucking pussy all day. I don't know what happened.
Guess.
Now they're calling them the unusual duo. This is according to the Sun. Now they were really sad because they were soon due to celebrate their 1-year anniversary with their son, the doll Marcelo. All right, and then apparently her friend, of course, because you got to trust your friends.
You do.
Saw him, Marcelo, the ragdoll man, out with somebody else.
Oh my God. Oh
now,
my gosh.
I found out through a friend who told me that she saw Marcelo entering a motel with another woman while I was hospitalized for 3 nights and 3 days with Marcelinho, our son, who
it
had
took
a virus.
3 days with the son.
Yes, with the ragdoll son who had a virus. Now, at first I thought she was lying, but then I started looking through his phone. and I saw the conversations, which made me sure he was cheating.
Well,
Here's the thing,
interesting.
is that number one, again, are we paying for this phone? I'm going to break character a little bit here. Are we really paying for a phone for the ragdoll husband?
I mean, she is. I mean, I think that, unless the
Or is
ragdoll
it-
pays for it itself.
Well,
maybe,
they have something over like I forget what the name,
I
how
have a
many
feeling
TikTok
maybe
likes.
the-
It's a 3 million TikTok likes and 157,000 followers.
well, she might just need kind of a new storyline to go with because maybe people were getting bored with the idea that she was just having sex with a doll. And I think she should have cheated on him, to be honest, if she's that successful on TikTok.
Explaining on how everything went down, according to The Sun, the devastated woman said the ragdoll husband kept denying everything, and he begged for forgiveness. And she said, the argument was ugly and scared our son, who was crying. So I shouted to him, did you see what you have done? I asked him who the woman was. He didn't respond.
He didn't even respond.
Right, and I wanted to put him out of this house. But our baby is growing up. And at this stage, he would miss his father a lot.
Absolutely.
Also, the love I feel for him made me forgive. Not completely, but I don't think I could live without my husband. And this is the thing. I blame pop music.
Well,
Meghan
it's
Trainor's a
possible.
fucking op. And the reason why I blame all you
Again,
fucking...
she hasn't been relevant in a while.
I
Not
was-
to diss, I just haven't heard her name mentioned.
got my Gucci on.
Yeah.
I got my little wavy town. Right? People, all of these songs are about toxic relationships. Right? It started with Lady Gaga.
Did she get paid for that?
It's just, I don't know. I don't know.
By Gucci?
Again, don't buy designer. They're awful. But
Yeah.
truthfully, it's all songs. All of the pop songs are about how great it is to be in these toxic relationships.
It's not right.
Because guess what?
Britney
man?
Spears had a song called Toxic, didn't
I
she?
know. And because
Mhm.
she's under conservatorship, she was at the
Not
time.
anymore.
Now she's showing
Now
over.
she's free.
Yeah, I see her boobies a lot more now.
Okay, great.
And it's nice.
Mhm.
I'm glad
Fantastic.
she was freed so they could show us her boobies. And she does her weird spin arounds. And yeah, she's got hollow eyes. But that's cool
Well,
that she can do it now legally.
She's been through a lot.
She's been through a lot.
She's been through a lot.
But it's just fucking wild, dog, because look at this woman she's brainwashed. She thinks she needs to be in this tete-a-tete with this ragdoll man. When it
Mhm.
comes down to it, no, woman, you don't. Stick up for yourself.
She created the doll.
She literally
It's just her
sewed
talking to
him
herself.
pieces. Yeah.
It's her talking to herself. And I don't think the phone was on. I think it was a brick. It was just, who cares? If you're going to fake the whole thing, you might as, don't buy him a phone plan.
Well, luckily, it seems that all the well wishes have worked their magic, according to The Sun, because the couple could later be seen enjoying ice cream while sitting on a bench.
Well, that is nice.
Look
Well,
at this. They made up.
I'm happy they made up. Last I heard, they were getting a divorce, so the TikTok romance continues.
I think that it's because she doesn't know what else to do.
No, I think she's
And
a broken woman.
I think she needs writers.
Yeah, perhaps.
Like she needs like a group of people from
I think they
Harvard.
need more kids.
If they had another kid, this is
Yeah.
the thing, honestly, though,
Ooh, get a little robot.
that would be cool. Or now you bring a human child in. Because then we have one human being like, where did the human
I don't
child
think we
come
want
from?
a human child involved with this. That
But
might be traumatic.
I'd start to believe he's more real if she had a human child come out that kind of looked like him, but halfway.
Yeah.
Like you get a kid,
well,
you do plastic surgery on the kid, so
Right.
it looks like a kind of like stretched faced ragdoll. That's easy to do. You just pull the face to the side.
sure, like you're
right?
making taffy. Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be, again, I feel like that would allow me to have a little bit more of a suspension of disbelief.
Rise from your grave.
Well, speaking of romance, this story isn't nearly as fun. A woman flew 3,000 miles to see this dude that she was dating online, but then he killed her, and then it was for her organs. So anyway,
You got to be careful, man.
It sucks.
You got to do that. You know what? Do a Zoom date.
I guess.
Start with the Zoom dates. And then also, like, if you're in the middle of a date and he's asking you, like, how succulent your organs are,
Right.
because that's the thing. Does he have to go because he probably has to palpate? They have to go their thing and
Yeah.
they feel your guts and, like, after I'd be like, stop playing with my tummy. And he's just like, no, yeah, I just love your tummy. I love your guts. I love your guts. And she's like, oh, cool. I flew here. I'm not anywhere near my home.
Right.
Very
So,
frightening.
yeah, that didn't go well.
But that's I also wonder whether or not, hopefully that is real, because there's always those like kind of what are now considered somewhat urban legends. The idea that you'd like wake up in a tub of ice and all
I
of
don't
your
think it's an
organs would
urban
be gone.
legend. I don't think that's an urban legend, and I hope it isn't real. to be honest.
I hope it's not real.
But indeed. So love is a dangerous game.
It
All
is.
right, let's move on to Hero of the Week.
I need a hero. I need a hero and a hero in a money land. And it's gotta be strong and it's gotta be bad and it's gotta be long alive.
All right, so here we go. There's a bunch of them that are possible. There's three rare white reindeer calves.
Nope.
They're getting ready for Christmas.
Nope. Cut that one.
No, I don't care about that. A guy found a $40,000 diamond ring buried on a Florida beach, tracked down the owner, and they broke down in tears.
Oh, that's nice. That's fine.
Kind of nice.
It's whatever. We shouldn't be so attached to these material goods, but.
Yep.
What are you going to do? I mean, that's fine. That's nice. He didn't steal it. He didn't put it on his cock and balls and take a picture of it and send it to a bunch of children. Right? That's where we're at. That's the bar.
Absolutely. And let's see here. Oregon has pardoned 45,000 people of cannabis possession charges for giving $14 million in fines.
That's
there
a good one.
You go.
That's good. Oregon did it right.
You're hero of the week,
sometimes they do it right, and honestly, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. Good work.
Absolutely.
Last Prisoner Project. Look it up. Donate.
Look it up.
We got to get these people out of jail, man. All right, let's do some listener emails. When I was 17, I took a trip with my parents to Ireland.
Oh.
One of our first stops was the Hill of Tara, a site of ancient ritual and ceremony, including monuments with names like the Stone of Destiny and the Mound of Hostages.
Oh, mama.
Now, on the day of our visit, it was overcast and chilly, and I was brimming with teenage angst. I walked off on my own to brood and wandered until eventually I found myself alone on a small hill at the periphery of the site. While the Hill of Tara is mostly clear of trees, the other side of this hill looked down into a dense forest. I remember pausing, feeling a pit in my stomach as if I was on the edge of a cliff, and thinking that the spaces between the trees below me looked very dark. I had the distinct feeling that I should not go further. Confused, I shook it off. I took a couple slow steps down the hill, scanning the trees. I stopped in my tracks again. There, hanging from one of the branches at the foot of the hill, was a noose. Undeniably a noose for hanging people from a tree. Now, a second after I saw it, I heard the loud and piercing call of a wild cat. I grew up in the area with big cats and was close to what I heard in the mountains at night, so enough so that I immediately flagged it as danger.
Danger.
But not necessarily as supernatural. Now, I can tell that when I'm not wanted.
Sure.
I wish some of us could.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, I turned and I ran pretty much all the way back to the parking lot. It wasn't until recently, decades later, that I realized there are no big cats in Ireland.
Whoa.
Right?
So
I'm
what was that?
Sure of what I saw.
Just a person.
I know what I saw.
Yeah.
Right? So I think maybe I was at a place where the veil is already thin. I might have seen some extra psychic energy might have come off of me because I was a hormone teenager.
Could be.
Who knows?
All right.
Here's another cryptid email. I saw something super weird, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since. My boyfriend and I were on our way to see The Darkness, the band.
Oh, yes. Of course. They're actually really fun. They're in like an 80s cock rock throwback band.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
It was raining. We had an hour's drive ahead of us, and we were already running late. As we approached the top of his street, I saw a small brown animal crossing the road. At first, I thought it was a huge cane toad. They're common in Queensland at this time of year, especially with all the rain we've been having. But as we got closer, I realized this was definitely not a cane toad.
Oh, that's not no cane toad.
Instead of hopping across the road, this thing was walking.
Oh, that's different than a toad.
I can't dance.
I can't talk.
The only thing about me is the way that I walk. And they're like, whoa, it's Peter Gabriel.
Wow.
All right. Now, as I sped towards it, I saw it more clearly through the rain. The best way I could describe it, it looked like a tortoise with no shell. It had a round rock melon cantaloupe-sized body that sloped down to the back. Instead of the double-jointed froggy legs that you'd expect from a toad, it had 4 straight legs that jutted down from each corner of its body like a gecko. It had no neck. Instead, it had a flat face that protruded out of its rotund little body.
Okay.
The whole thing was dark brown and was textured. This sounds like Marcus's goblin.
It really does.
Now, it could have been covered in mud. Right? Now, as my car sped past it, I didn't flinch or try to move out of the way. It just carried on slowly waddling down the road. Immediately, I was hit with an intense, weird feeling. Like I'd seen something I shouldn't have. What the fuck was that? I said.
What was that?
What the fuck was that? My boyfriend, who hadn't been paying attention, his head down on his phone. I told him what I'd seen. He didn't really react. So you want to turn around, he said? What if it was a cat or something? Maybe it's hurt.
Get off the phone.
I was telling you it's not a cat. And I'm not fucking turning around. I don't know what that was.
It was a real-life Pokemon.
It was a whole fight.
All right.
Now, I was anxious for the rest of the drive. Everything felt wrong and gross, and I fought so hard to get the image of the thing out of my head, right? But no one believed, right? No one believes this person. Now, a Cape rain frog, they're absolutely terrifying, to be honest. This is the closest thing I found, but it is not exact. And considering that they aren't found in Australia, I'm not convinced it was what I saw. This is a Cape rain frog.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a fantastic frog.
I hate it. I hate it.
It's quite large.
You can't see it if you were listening, but
Yeah,
I hate it.
that's how I would react. I wouldn't want to. Maybe you could squeeze it until it
now
kind
I'm
of
looking
burps a
at it
little
longer,
bit
It's
there.
actually kind of cute.
It can be cute if you name it and get to know it or something.
You call it like Harvey.
But if you just see it randomly,
you call it Buttons or whatever,
something like that.
Mr. Greckles.
I don't want to see it like if I'm just like camp in or walk in or
not
it would take
necessarily.
a second.
But if it was my friend, I'd be like, "This is my friend Mel Gibson, the Cape rain frog.
yeah,
He's cute.
Don't get it drunk.
Do not get it.
Do
drunk.
not. All right.
Well, that's it.
Fantastic.
We
All
really
right,
did it.
everyone.
Someone
Well,
saw a frog, and then somebody else saw something else.
well, that was encrypted.
Hey,
so,
what are you gonna do?
Thank you all so much for listening.
Always. All right. And live every day knowing for a fact you never know when that fucking. Yeah, you think, sure, I can make my macaroni and cheese in 3.5 minutes and I'll make it to court on time.
Absolutely not going to happen.
But guess what, man? No, because you're going to be laughing your way to being court-martialed by the U.S. Navy. Because you didn't arrive on time for
90
your
seconds late.
sedition service.
Who knows?
You graffitied the toilets.
Sure.
Or you had
I don't
gay
know.
sex there.
Oh, my
And they got
goodness.
really mad, and they didn't laugh.
All right.
Except now I think you can, right?
Sure.
You can have open gay sex now in the U.S. Navy. You better, because I don't
think
know how
that they
else
do. I
I don't know how them sailors cope.
I've
You're out
seen the
there on
beds.
the-
There's
You're on the
not a lot of-
waves, and you just like you've been mopping all day, and then you see Private Sanderson. He's got fucking. Is that new trousers, Private Sanderson?
Yes, they're a petite bunch.
Yeah, but I went and got him. I went and got him pressed earlier, and then I went and got an iron.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a funny thing is, he found out he's been having sex with the captain.
With a whole bunch of other men, yes. All right.
I don't know.
everyone. Well, thank you so much for
I just
listening.
got here. I don't know what I'm going to say all the
You
time.
know, it's our first episode back from Thanksgiving, so
We've been saying this for a while. Like we've been coming up with fun new excuses of like why we've been bad.
yeah.
Like
I think
each
the show is just doing good. I mean, the show is good.
It shows rocking.
Oh yeah,
Look at us, man.
It's one of the best shows called Side Stories on our network.
It's the best show called Side Stories on LPN.
And that's really all you can do is compete with yourself. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Hail yourselves.
Hail Satan, much like they have to do in the Tour de France.
What are they doing that for?
Oh, actually, no, never mind.
Okay.
They do compete with the others.
All right. Magustalations, everybody.
This is great.
Fantastic.
Help me. All right?
Nailed it.
Just fucking please help me.
I'm going to go shove these Ricolas in every orifice of my body.
I think that's really smart.
Great.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.